Hi, I'm trainer Tony Beaton, stabled at Classy Lane Stable in Pushlands, Ontario. I got started back east in Cape Breton. I used to go over to my older brother's every summer, and he used to drive in Tartan Downs at the time, and Inverness Raceway, and then now he's at Northside and still driving. And but I spent most of my summers over there with him, and I guess it'd be a big influence on me and the way I guess my early like for the horses anyway. Working for Casey, it was always nice that we got to work with some high-end horses. As everybody knows, Casey's been a dominant trainer over the many years now. I was one of the fortunate guys to be an assistant trainer for her, and got to work with a lot of them high-level horses, such as Better Than Cheddar, Sports Writer. Worked with Betting Line, McWicked, a bunch of fillies that we had there. Like, we always had great horses, and I got to go on the road a lot with Casey stable, and got to see a lot. There was a lot of highs, obviously some lows, but I think the highs outweighed the lows there. Vegas, that was quite a ride that 3-year-old year. I thought going in that year we had a top 3 to 5 Grand Circuit horse in him. He showed some talent at 2. He never made the big money or anything, but at 3 he sure showed his class, and you noticed that through the numerous battles with Captain Treacherous that they had. They kind of had a little rivalry going, although Captain got the best of us all times, but you know what, them second place finishes and that, they all added up at the end of the year, and he had a great career for us. And we actually still have Vegas. My wife Lisa, she rides him 2 to 3 times a week, and he's got a pretty good life. Winning the Little Brown Jug was quite a thrill. Obviously, like, I got a bit of a taste of it from the year before with Michael's Power, being with Casey, but to actually win it with one that you're part ownership in, and like, it was a big thrill. And I had 5 buddies down at the Jug that year, and like, to this day they say it was the trip of a lifetime for them. Well, we've been fortunate to buy a few babies. Obviously, we don't get the high-end babies, but the one filly I think would be Better Single. You know, we paid $17,000, me and a partner, Dave Mercer, and Dave's been very supportive of me, as is all the other owners that I have. But we made $213 with her as a 2-year-old, and we were able to buy a couple more the next year because of Better Single, and we're very fortunate that way. And even to this year, you know, we got on and we bought a couple other, and I got a couple more partners involved this year, and each year it just seems like there's someone else calling to want to buy a baby or whatever, and I'm very fortunate that way. And I gotta give a lot of credit to my help too. Like, they work hard, they put long hours in, and they're in it for the long haul, like myself, you know. When I got bet on Becky, it was like mid-April. Like, she showed that she was a pretty nice filly when I got her, and then I sat behind her a couple of times, and she kind of give you that wow, you know. It was like one day for certain, I trained her on the front end in a group of 6, and I just spoke to her, and I think I had 3-4 lengths on the rest of them, like, right now. And it's like, wow, like, we better take a hold to her and not rip the hearts at all these others. But she's just very versatile, and she's got such a high change of speed. Just like, she's just a nice filly. She's got the Battle of the Bells. Like, we'll sit down with the ownership group and that, and we'll discuss going forward. But like right now, we're taking it one race at a time. But the Battle of the Bells is on the radar. Obviously, the type of filly she is, would like to point her towards the She's a Great Lady, maybe the Eternal Damnation, Champlain, and that. And obviously, the end of the year, there's always the Breeders' Crown that she's paid into, and that sure would be nice to be able to have one to go there. Right now, we got 27 horses in the stable. Most of them are fillies. I guess I'm kind of a ladies' man or whatever, but now we got a nice bunch of 2-year-old fillies, 3-year-old filly and Rose Run Vantage, and Free Flying Ticket's a pretty nice filly, and there's a few other like grassroots prospect type horses. And there's a couple of older horses in there that the Better Single, we still have her going, and she just keeps knocking on the door every week, and she's kind of like the old lady of the barn right now, even though she's only 4. At the sales, being Ontario, I usually try to find Ontario sired. That's usually what I end up with. It's a great program here, and there's all kinds of races for them, and if you get the right one, they're very competitive on the Grand Circuit too. And just overall, get a nice sire stake horse with the possibility of making a racehorse of it later on down the road.